Hi, I'm the True Wise Gamer, giving off my vast knowledge so you may understand games a bit better. This is Minority Report for the GBA. One of the few licensed games that is actually pretty well not known. In fact, it's so unknown that, with my research, this game sold less than 50,000 copies. Yeah. In fact, there's no YouTube clips of it, full playthroughs of it, no reviews of it, and strangely enough, I'm going to be the first for both of this. Since I already released the full playthrough, I thought to myself, you know what, why not review this game? And besides, I know the reason why it's unknown. It's a very simple one, though. Try to wrap your head around this. This game sucks. Oh, good lord, this game sucks. And here's why. When talking about bad games, it's not always easy to tell what is and what is not, but this one is a classic example of a bad game. So let's go through this game, the goddamn Minority Report. Everybody runs from this piece of garbage. So this is the future, where people are able to see murders and be able to stop. This is done by pre-crime. They are able to do this because of people called precogs who are born from drug addict mothers. Yeah, remember kids, do drugs so your kids can have psychic powers and see the future. Though the game does not state that, I had to read the book to figure that out. Though I would say it's strange we don't actually learn a lot about this world at all. Though I say that as though I was expecting it. I kinda was, since the game kinda started off with a long intro cutscene that explains the base world we're about to get into. And there are a lot of cutscenes in this game as well, so it's not my fault for expecting a little more for the story. Then again, the story is quite bad, but that's getting ahead of myself. We play as John Anderton, one of the pre-crime officers, as we're going after this guy called Art Faulkner. Yes, I can't be right on this. His name is stupid. How do you come up with a stupid name like that? How? I'm thinking of names that are worse than that. But it's really coming hard to find, unless I'm thinking of the Gundams, which, look, at that point we don't even talk about the bad Gundam names. Ugh, ugh. Though, do you want to know what's more stupid than his actual name? This entire segment. Yes. This entire part is entirely pointless. No, I am not joking. I'm being very serious here. Me mentioning it here, mostly just here to just show how much of it is pointless, since it really has nothing to do with the main plot. It has legit no reason to exist. Though, talking on another segment that shouldn't really exist, the graphics. They look awful. Why did they try to do this 3D model thing? It just makes the game look awful, and it makes you have to wait a bit just for the game to load. Yeah, loading in a Game Boy Advance game. And it's not even just a few seconds. It can go on for quite a bit. Though looking at it, I really don't see what the hell it's loading. Because it all looks the same. What's also weird is with the cutscenes using comic book-like scenes for some reason. And they look awful too, if not worse. Yes, seriously. Look at this scene for a moment. If you don't tell me that looks stupid, there's something wrong with you. Okay, sorry, whatever. Let's actually talk about the gameplay. It sucks, period, as well. Since, oh god, let's just go into why that sucks in particular. So this game's a shooter. Well, sort of. You need to lock onto a pole before you can use your gun, since if you don't, you'll just use a combo. And you already get equipped with a gun, since later on you'll get another gun later, since that one is a little slightly better, but it hardly matters since the game is pretty easy even without the other guns. I did put it on easy for the recording, but normal is just the same, just higher damage threshold, though that didn't actually make it any less bullshit at times. Let me explain. See, the game does this thing, as we like to call it, swarm. Seriously, the amount of enemies you have to kill sometimes to progress is annoying, though that line is a bit untrue, since again, this game is just awful and it's actually viable to just run past foes. Yes, you can do that a lot of times. I did at times, since it's easy, but sometimes I didn't, since they would hurt me too much and it would make me have to go all the way back to my last checkpoint, and I said fuck that nonsense. Though then again, this entire part is bullshit though, so why even bother caring? Any case, let's get back to the story, cause this is the only thing that might be salvageable. after we catch that last guy before, we have to find this other guy. We have to go through this entire city maze for some reason, which I got confused by. Why have a maze in your game? Seriously, why is it here? In fact, I got lost here and said fuck it once in one of my earlier playthroughs. The fundamental problems with these is that they aren't interesting and there's really no need to do so why even bother? I mean, I did beat this game in under 3 hours and none of it was enjoyable. All these do is just extend the time you're playing, nothing more. Soon enough, you're able to catch up to him. You also got backup with these guys, but that hardly matters as somehow this guy gets the upper hand and kills them all except Anderton for some reason. The chief is confused by this, as I am too, as if the precogs can't detect this guy when he killed them all, doesn't that mean they're not able to see the future, thus disproves their ability? This is important for later. After that, we're going back on the beat, and we soon learn that we will murder some guy from the FBI called Lester, however you pronounce his name, who's about to come in soon. Be aware, this will form a plot hole later. I think, yes, seriously. So we go through the pre-crime headquarters to escape and also kill any cops getting in your way with a bunch of robots here too, cut reasons. And also mentioning now, these robots suck. I died a lot to them on my first go run and it sucked. Just awful. We then escape to the freeway where we have to face whatever the heck this thing is. And I died a lot to it too since it's extremely agile for some ridiculous reason. But we still blow it up and we go through the street to find our doctor friend to get our eye color changed. No, that's seriously it. And also he can go back and figure what the heck happened to him without being recognized. And it just kind of surprised me that the game just made more levels pointless. How? Why do that? Also, why didn't the precogs detect any of the deaths that Anderton was doing? You know that joke that Spoonie did in his video for whenever John killed someone, that he got checked the ball because there were a lot of deaths here? That should be happening a lot in this game, just period. Though I need to mention something quickly here as well, because this legit made me not want to play the game anymore. Just legitly made the entire experience just bad. See this robot here? Fuck this thing. Here's the thing you need to know. You need a grenade launcher to actually kill it. And if you die beforehand, you won't have enough ammo to actually use the grenade launcher to actually kill it. And the game even knows this by having you face the other direction to get more ammo. So yes, it is quite impossible to defeat unless you have the grenade launcher with the enough ammo. Otherwise, this entire fight is easy. So, after all that nonsense, you go back to the pre-crime building and find your minority report, which basically says this might not happen to begin with. Thus again proves that, yeah, these guys can be fallible. And I mention this for later, because this becomes a plot hole and a plot point. So, why doesn't he show this information to pre-crime, get a warrant, and go inside stuffily before they could do anything? Fuck if I knew. Instead, he does the more intelligent thing of just telling no one, bail the fuck out again, and storm a military complex. Like any sane, rational human being would. Of course. Before all that, you need to go through a sewer level, which I don't have problems with sewer levels. More the issue that this level serves no real actual purpose than to waste time again, period. And also inside here are some of the worst platforming areas ever. I am being serious here. I don't know what the hell is wrong with this game platforming. There is just something deeply wrong with it. So while inside, we actually find this guy here who was from earlier, who's trying to kill us now, as we actually need to use cover to fight him, and oh shit, I forgot the cover mechanic. Yeah, I forgot this mechanic exists, and I only ever use it here. It is that useless since I can again just lock on and go blam 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 blam. But this fight is just boring and bullshit. You need to shoot him while he's reloading and then wait a long time, and I say a long time, for him to stop firing electricity, and he might do it to your cover, so why? After defeating him, we actually learn what this place is, as they were using this place to kill people without letting the precogs know. How that shit works, I don't know. They're using some sort of shield, and I don't even know how that shit works. Though it will make less sense soon later. Yeah, seriously, we're at the last moment of this game, because this game's just... The last few moments of this game, it's just batshit insanity. And I'm not even joking. So we find the precog shield that prevents them from being seen from the precog. Then Lester comes in like, I'm going to have to kill you now to prove them wrong. Which, why? You already proven them fallible. And wait, didn't the Minority Report from the precogs prove they are indeed fallible in some regard? Just saying. We gotta use this newfangled gun we found here on this last fight. Yes, seriously, this is the last fight. And I say try to kill him with it. It's like, I don't even know how it works. Whatever. After shooting him, he, Okay. For real here. Did I not take enough drugs? Did I miss something? Because I'm pretty sure I'm looking at the freaking bulk. For the cyborg bulk. Was this in the book? Please tell me if this was the book. Because if it wasn't the book, for God's sakes, I might actually need to read it. Holy shit. After that shit, he reveals his plan to basically add the precog for military purposes and make it stronger. And that's it. Not taking over the world or anything. Damn, you suck hard. After an easy final boss, we just defeat him and just let him live so he can rot in jail. And because of that, the government finds out and shuts down the precogs, which basically gives the military exactly what it wants, since they are the government. Why the hell do you think they wouldn't try to? Just say. Though I'm a bit confused on why the hell they shut it down to begin with. I mean, like, if they did it for humanitarian reasons, I would get. But that's never the reason ever. No, it's because it's fallible. Say what? You do know that all government systems, regardless of what you want to think, are fallible. There are reasons why we try to plug up the hole so we can make sure that it lasts long enough for a better system. Yeah, so the excuse of it being fallible seems even more ridiculous when you also add the fact that murder was not even an issue anymore. Yeah, when this thing actually reduced the murders that happen, how the hell can you say no to that? Just saying, it was stupid before it even started, so we are clear. I know it wants to touch upon the nature of human free will, but it doesn't really work when the story doesn't really work that way, where it actually shows that it could be that possible, when you've shown it to be very precise at times. In the end, the game sucks. The gameplay is boring, the graphics make me hate looking at the thing itself, the music just, and the story is just pointless about choosing your own future with a story that doesn't really work well with it. And you want to know what the more sickening part in some regard? I'm kind of glad I played it. Yes, for all the bashing I gave this game, it made me realize there are a lot of hidden things out there. So many games that have never been touched, never been played, never been shown. Like Emerald Dragon, 10,000 Bullets, other great games out there.